probably the most emotional video I'm ever gonna make. Ryan Clark was my absolute best friend. He was the happiest person. If I ever needed a smile, he was who I called. It didn't matter if we didn't talk for a week or a month or a year. The minute I called him, it's like we just spoke the day before. I owed that man a great deal for everything that I did in my life. He was my inspiration for a lot of it. And no one should ever make a permanent decision for a temporary issue. This video is gonna be a little unorganized, choppy. I did have a little bit of GoPro issues and stuff like that. You know, I had a lot of SD card issues and whatnot, but I tried to make do, and I think I got the important parts on film. So if you're watching this, doesn't matter if you think you have nobody, there's someone out there. They love you, they care for you, and in every possible way they would rather see you smiling, happy, sad, doesn't matter. They would rather see you alive than have you not be around anymore. Speak up, say something, call someone, reach out. It's not the end, not if you truly want it to be. This is for you, Ryan Clark. I love you, dude, and I miss you. So the story actually starts with this car. Went to go pick up this car. This is one of my old cars. It was a parts car, now it's basically a daily driver. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I was actually on my way to go pick up this car, and then I got a phone call from my buddy Matt, and that's kind of where this first video starts out. So kind of go from there and kind of fill you in on what's going on. Once again, GoPro issues. Good luck keeping up because it's kind of a mess, but September 25th, 2022. So this is a spontaneous trip, well, kind of a spontaneous trip to California to go pick up another E39 to potentially be a parts car for the wagon. Before I headed up, the day I left Las Vegas, a good friend Matt messaged me and let me know, hey, he's thinking about selling my best friend's E30. Right now, we're in California, we're on our last day here, didn't plan on recording or anything. Now we're on our way to Hagen's, a little fast food place I used to eat at when I was younger, to go look at Ryan's E30 and talk to Matt and figure out, you know, what he wants for it and stuff like that, and then maybe get a game plan going as far as picking up the car and bringing it, you know, home to Vegas. It's not a for sure thing yet. He said just toss around the idea, so we'll see where that goes. But I haven't seen this car since it was Ryan still. He was alive, so it's gonna be really emotional for me. I'm probably gonna cry, but I gotta record this, possibly a new chapter in my life, so we'll get back to that soon. There it is. Oh, there it is. Oh man, Ryan's car. Oh man. I remember when he did that. That was great. This is so good. I love it. Oh man. Great. Good old S50 swap though. Dad's house, gonna go look at the E30, go pick it up, go work on it. This will be pretty interesting because I haven't driven the car. I mean, I saw the car a little while back. I'm really excited to finally, you know, own a big piece of Ryan. I already know this is gonna be really emotional, as well as my wife knows. She'll be recording me crying my eyes out like a little baby. So we'll fast forward and get closer to Dad's house. Just be forewarned, this is where it's gonna get real emotional. Okay. All right, made it to Dad's house. Once again, forewarning. Cutting onions, emotional, whatever. It's been like really quiet all the way here because I'm just really excited to see. Now my wife gets to record me crying my eyes out. Here we go.
So nervous.
Hi. Hi. I can't go in before.
We're gonna come over here.
Go down. Okay.
I'm gonna have you stand. Whenever you're ready.
Oh my.
Guys, looks so good. It was definitely a labor of love.
God.
I got something in my eye.
God, you did so good. Holy, I don't think it's ever looked this good.
Yeah, it's a bit of work to get to here.
It's absolutely beautiful.
So, I mean, it's the original base. It's just nuclear. And the whole car was polished.
Really crappy commentary for this video. It's just me being an emotional sob. Thank you, seriously, thank you. Thank you. God. Jesus, you guys scrubbed this thing.
I put together a photo album of all the stuff that's been done since it's been here.
Film sat in the car. Hold on, did it just pop open by itself?
Yes. One of the things I was so proud of is I found the missing pieces.
I was just about to like kind of
in the
like
trunk.
getting ready to pull it.
Nope. Yep. The missing pieces. When Brian put the hood back on, apparently he forgot to put these pieces in.
Huh.
And I found them in the trunk and put them back in. It worked perfect.
Holy. Wow. That is beautiful.
Thanks, Scotty, for that.
I'm just at such a loss for words. I can't believe this is real, you know, like.
Yeah, it's been a busy month.
Yeah, I can definitely tell.
The last time I did any of this. Random mistake right there. Duh.
So what's difficult about this? Uh-oh. Actually, I think I know. Vehicle moving permits. Do you know what this was for? I know exactly what this was for. Yeah, this was the moving permit. Yeah, this was, wow. Yeah, 2013. That was right after he got the engine in, got it swapped, and he was trying to get, yeah, he was trying to get it at Barn Ref. Yeah, see, Barn Ref, there you go. Referee inspection, and no, he failed because there was some wiring stuff he had to do. Man, that's really cool. I'm absolutely gonna frame this. It's his signature. It looks terrible. Him and I have like almost the exact same handwriting, which is really scary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that looks like my handwriting almost. Like my handwriting is just as bad. I'm so glad you found this.
Yeah.
So that's the hard one.
That's the difficult one because it's.
Yeah. All right, good. My hands are dirty.
Hands out in front of you, palms up. There you go.
All right. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Isn't it?
Wow, the actual window sticker.
You never ever.
Look at that.
Yep. You never get that stuff on.
Who keeps this kind of stuff? Yeah. Oh, really?
Here's another one. That is? That's when they bought it brand new.
Had 66 miles on it.
Yeah, they tape that up and they tape it in the window when you buy a brand new car. That's the original owners.
That's really cool.
Isn't that cool?
It was sold 4 days, 1 year, 4 days, 361 days before I was born.
Yeah.
It's almost exactly 1 year before I was born.
Isn't that cool?
That car was first date sold.
Isn't that cool?
That is really cool. Oh, the original owner's manual is really cool because it's red. It's a red E30 front. I'll actually end up reading this too. I don't like reading. I'll read this. BMW Saab.
Yeah, this was like an original service order that they had like some installed something.
Parts owner, pre-delivery, sublet repairs. Install alarm and touch of class.
What is touch of class?
I don't know, but it now has a touch of class in it.
does.
I don't know where it's at. Someone that touch of class. Bye guys. Alright. Love you, bye. Thank you. Alright. Just left Dad's house. Worked on the BMW until about, I'd say about midnight or so. Tightened up the axle bolts and stuff like that. GoPro did act up a bunch, so that was kind of annoying. But we did do like a full function check, make sure everything works and it's tight and whatnot. I think we're all set. So we're gonna head back to Daddy's mom's house, grab some stuff to drop off to friends. Then after that, we're gonna go hang out with some friends. Then start heading back home. So we'll fast forward when we get on the road to some friends' house. the car's home. It's safe, it's in my possession, and I'm still in disbelief. I can't wrap my head around the fact that I am now in possession of Ryan's car. If I ever mess up and say like, oh, this is my car, it's not my car. I don't care what the title says, I don't care what anything says. This is Ryan's car that I just am holding for him. It's not right, you know, this is his car, and there are a lot of plans with this car. Ryan had a lot of cool ideas for this car, and I plan on doing every single one of those now that I live in a state that allows me to do cool stuff like that. Well, first things first is I have to get the plates for it so I can actually do the things that Ryan wanted to do to it. If you guys haven't figured it out for me in the past clips, this is a 1990 BMW 325i 4-door. It has a full S50 B30 US, which came from the early E36 M3s. The engine, transmission, and differential, I believe, I could be wrong, the diff, all came from the M3. It is a limited slip differential, which I heard is also, it's a medium case, 210mm. I heard that's also from the 325i with a sport package or something. Well, it was automatic, so it might have also had that. But this is just the first step of what Ryan wanted to do. Unfortunately, in California, he was unable to get it bargain reffed. I mean, he had everything. He had dine-in stickers for it. There's another one over there. He had all of, you know, the proper cats and stuff installed. But I think there was like one or two little tiny little wiring issues that the state ref didn't like that prevented him from being able to bar and ref it, so he could drive it legally on the road in the way that it was supposed to, not, you know, illegally smogged or anything. That's not really what he wanted. But since I live in Nevada, I can get classic rod plates for it. With these classic rod plates, I'm able to do things that he really wanted to do. I know one of the many things that we had talked about doing this thing, if he had ever moved, or the true things that he wanted to do, one of which was to like do like a gnarly like cam setup. He always wanted like ridiculous revability, so that's kind of the plan. He also wanted to do some sort of force induction. I know for a while he said he wanted to do the dine-in supercharger just because it was California compliant if you got the dine-in, you know, carb legal stuff. I mean, he definitely could go that route, but I kind of remember him saying something along the lines of, I only want to go that route because I can't turbo it. So we'll see how that works out. Another thing he wanted to do, and the reason being is that it is just a 4-door, quote unquote, even though they are worth a lot now, even in 4-doors. He did want to do the M3 styled flares for the car because he wanted to run wider wheels. I know that he wanted to run BBSs. That's something that we both had drooled and dreamed about, were BBS wheels, and I know we both had drooled and dreamed about Recaro seats for, you know, a BMW. That just kind of fits the styling of the BMW. Matt had put in these Corbeaus because the seats that Ryan had put in were they were pretty torn and tattered throughout the years. Here's a full interior shot. I did swap out the steering wheel. I was trying to get some video footage of it, but my SD card kept corrupting. So here is the Renown I had put in, only reason being, don't worry, I kept the original wheel that he put in and will not be getting rid of it. I put this in because this is a deep corn, and now it'll actually space away from the turn signals and stuff like that. So before, my hand would be right here, and if I just moved my knuckle a touch, I was basically rubbing on this and hitting the windshield wipers and whatnot. So I'd also found a rock chip. I'm not sure if that's new, but I'm pretty sure it is, and that really makes me upset. So now I have to look into another windshield. He had a harness bar in. I don't remember him saying anything about a roll cage. I remember one time we had joked about welding the rear doors closed because we're like, ah, screw it, it's a 4-door, who cares? But I think that was kind of a joke. I don't think he actually wanted to do that, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. My dad and Scott really went above and beyond on this car as far as cleaning and just fully detailing every nook and cranny of this thing. I mean, it's beautiful. I am in true disbelief of how beautiful the interior looks now. I mean, they did such an amazing, I mean, even the headliner, yeah, there's a rip in it, but I mean, it's beautiful. They did such a good job. Thank you thank you once again, Dad and Scott.
But yeah, so there's plenty of plans for this car. These aren't the wheels that Ryan had put on because Matt had an unfortunate accident where he had hit a boulder and bent the wheels. Have the other two over there in the stack because I had just sent the other two down to SoCal. Well, let me rephrase that. Deddy had just taken those two wheels for me to my buddy Lee Cruz, or you guys might know him on Instagram as Chamorro Boy, or the 3-piece OEM wheel converter master god. But he's going to be fixing the wheels. He decided to take on this this little task for us. So they're not too bad. They still hold air, but one of them's bent pretty bad, and the other one's kind of bent. But he's going to straighten them out for us, and then I think we might get them repowder coated so they're nice and pristine again, but we'll see how that works out. We'll see how bad they come back after the repair, because I told them don't worry about the coating. So other than that, I own my best friend's car. It's not my car. I am in possession of it, but I own Ryan's car. Ryan. So I'm still in disbelief. I keep coming out here in the middle of the night. I'm having little panic attacks that something might happen to it and stuff. And it's only like night number 2 of having this here. I'm excited for the future. And I hope Ryan's proud of me. I love you, Ryan. This is for you, dude.